Welcome, everyone. I'm really happy for our connection. My name is Bea Palya, a singer-songwriter and a voice coach from Hungary. And before I run again my program called Unleashing Your Authentic Feminine Voice for Power and Impact, I would like to bring other voices to the space, the voices of my clients, my students, my sisters. Faythe Buchanan, welcome, and thank you for accepting the invitation. Faythe Buchanan is a personal mastery consultant, and she took part of my program. My first question is, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Life is fascinating, and lots of ways I'm learning to contribute, so yeah.
Yeah, so nice to hear that. And so in terms of voice and voice-related inner work, what was your voice issues or expressing yourself through the voice before we have worked together?
Projecting my voice has always been an issue. Like so many who have that issue, as a child, I was encouraged to be silent. So speaking was not necessarily safe. And even though I've been in the speaker's world now for 15 years, that sense of getting my voice out and sending it was always a challenge for me. So I was very excited to hear about your program. And I had a feeling from meeting you that it would have lots of unexpected resources in it, and it did.
And it did, yes, yes, indeed. I have to say I was very grateful for you reaching out to me, because you were truly an inspiration with this action of reaching out, and afterwards also when we worked together. So what was the transformation that occurred? And you can also come back to certain practices or exercises that you liked the most or find most efficient in terms of voice or inner work.
Just also want to say something about the space that you created, because music is it's both intimate and universal. And somehow what the combination of your non-judgmental affirmation and the group and sound itself, it was just a place to begin to be free voice-wise. So I'm very grateful for that. And I learned some of the exercises where I learned through imagery to project are just amazing. And now speaking to you, I'm remembering some of them and I'm feeling that empowerment, and I need to go back. And it feels like such a resource to have those exercises to refer to, because sending my voice to the moon as a wolf, which is not something I ever would have done. It just opens a new world of expression. And it's something I wouldn't have found by myself. So, yeah.
It moves me a lot in a lot of ways. And many of you mentioning this practice of wolf singing to the moon, it's called the auditive soul hunting practice. And I just, it was secretly the first time I have ever done this with you, with this group. And you didn't know, and probably many of you didn't notice that, but of course I was into many contemporary shamanistic things, or also many things voice related, and going to the extreme and being a wolf or being a caveman or being And so all this practice opened you up, you all, and you personally, in a so wonderful way that I just cannot express my gratitude to be witnessing this.
And there are so many. I'm a musician, a pianist, keyboard player, but I didn't realize how much sound is a lot more than music. And even songs are a lot more than music. There are dimensions that, help expand one's expression that were brand new to me. So I think your experience as a singer-writer really is benefit for your groups because you understand songs and you understand voice, and you can put that together in such different ways.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that someone from a native English speaker, because you know that my main fear was like, who am I to teach that to you or to you? And you know, my main language is music and sound, and of course songs as well. I'm a better writer, of course, in Hungarian, but in the end, when I collected material for you, like English lullabies and spirituales and old folk songs, in the end, I realized it's just the same process, that through songs we can rewrite our own life, because it has lyrics which talks to the mind, but it has physical resonance which talks to the guts. So it makes move the whole system, which I knew in in the Hungarian speaking world, but now with your, so as much as you learned, I also learned something very deep, that songs are really changing lives.
Yes.
And
I have my youngest daughter, when I was pregnant with her, it was not planned, and I was in very challenging circumstances. And to get through the pregnancy, I wrote songs for her, and I sang to her, and I played guitar. I'm not very good at it, but she didn't seem to mind. She has the most amazing voice. You have no idea. And
I didn't know this story, because it seems like your whole generational line, it's into music, and it's so
yes,
beautiful, because
yeah,
you shared some of the singing
my mother,
capacity
yeah,
of your mother. Yes, yes. And it
yeah,
was so wonderful also, this part. So
yeah.
as
So you offer such a multidimensional experience. It's wonderful.
that's, you know, that's how I am authentically. I cannot just teach. I could teach like singing classes, but probably I'm drawn towards something deeper, something more transformational. And I was really happy that you took part of it. And Faythe, I have to say that you were such an inspiration and a contribution to this group. And you are mentioning the sisterhood or the safety that we have created together. I have some tools here and there, but I think safety is the number one prerequisite of change. So it was really a key point for me that all these women who are there really support each other, just by the presence or by anything they share.
Yeah. I think I'll always feel close to the women in that group.
Yes.
It has felt kind of different to see them in different venues since, and not be able to have that wide open, you know, musical embrace.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, one time you told during the class that this is another time here when we come to this Zoom. It's like another space, another time. And it was so, for me, it was so nicely put that, so it's really going beyond, I mean, I would say as a friend of Gabor Mate, going beyond normal, but this is normal, the way we were connected. And at least for me, that is my aim, to provide safety in this way, and then helping change.
Even to include technology, even to include the computer as a friend was really cool. Yeah.
I'm proud of this, because many of you told me that, wow, I never really used my computer to connect to myself. It's always to connect to others. And many of you were therapists there who work with people in different ways. And I remember after the first self check-in, when you talk to your own device, like, wow, I use my own computer for connection for myself.
See, all these things you helped us discover that you know, you don't come across yourself.
You know, it's just the experience of teaching, and this very deep desire of wanting to connect to my people. So I think this is the only way, the warmth of the connection, that transformation, you know, can happen in this space. So
Including everyone in the bubble. Yeah.
Yeah, the bubble of sound. You remember all the practice.
It's coming to me as I'm sitting here listening. It's all
Yeah,
these,
yeah,
these
yeah.
experiences are kind of flooding in.
Yeah.
So I
Faythe,
hope others will join you and really experience the multidimensional richness that you bring to this, where we can learn to send our voice out
mm,
with all these tools and all
mm,
these, you know, this tapestry of
mm,
exercises that, you
mm,
know, make sound a much bigger experience.
mm. And also what you are saying, the sound, when you project it outward, it also stays in you. So that's the bubble of sounds exercise, that you have your own sound inside and you can project it out. And I was very happy of your little introduction here, that you are in the speaking world and now you are exploring and you project your voice outward in a very authentic way, which means that you have the sound also inside.
Because you don't want to project it out and have nothing inside.
That's exactly what I mean. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
I'm really, really moved by your presence again, and I also miss our group. So I will continue my path, and thank you for your kindness and your words and your openness and your musicality in this group. And now it really means a lot to me, and I hope many of you join. And like Faythe Buchanan said, then you can have the voice in and out, and which means that you will be a whole person, and you can talk and sing from your body. Thanks very much, Faythe.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks so
you.
much.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay.
See you soon.
Yes. Okay.